Hi there. You can see in this image the analyst estimates. What the market expects for Nikola. And as you can see, the revenue is expected to grow a lot in the future, to more than 4 billion by 2028. Now, despite this huge decline in the stock price, as you can see, it went up a little, an increase of 40%, and then the stock price has declined more than 48%. That happened because of a short squeeze. Maybe you remember my past video when I said that the stock price will go up because of that short squeeze and then it will go down. And that happened. Of course, this is a small prediction. What matters is the future outlook of this business. So you can avoid this huge decline over 94% in the last 5 years. So as you can see, the market expects a lot from Nikola. The revenue to go to almost 5 billion and to become profitable, to deliver over 600 million in earnings by 2028. And that will be great for shareholders. Now, if you want to value this business based on the analyst estimates, you can see that the fair value is quite huge. The market cap can go to 13 billion if Nikola becomes profitable and they keep growing. So, as the market cap is only 800 million, the upside can be more than 10x on your investment. And that will be great for you as an investor. So to understand this valuation and why the market thinks that Nikola will become profitable, you have to look at the reward and then the risk. First, let's start with the reward. There are opportunities. As you probably know, Nikola offers different products: electric trucks, hydrogen trucks, and hydrogen fueling station. And if you take each product and look at the market size, you can see that the market size is quite large and is growing by 46% a year. So let's start with the electric truck market size. You can see that it is expected a compound annual growth rate over 46% from 2024 to 2033. So the market size is now about 4 billion and is expected to go to 18 billion, almost 19 billion by 2033. And that's why the analysts expect this huge growth in the future. Now, besides these electric trucks, they also manufacture hydrogen trucks. And as you can see, the market size for those hydrogen trucks is expected to grow a lot in the future, from 7 billion in 2024 to over 118 billion by 2032. This is amazing. And you can also see the compound annual growth rate of about 41% from 2023 to 2042. So their opportunities are quite huge. They have a lot of room to grow. They only need to gain more market share so that they can capture this revenue. Let's go to the next product, their hydrogen fueling station. And you can also see that the global hydrogen fueling station market size is projected to grow from 700 million in 2023 to 3.7 billion by 2040, compound annual growth rate of 26%. This market is not that large, but their fueling stations will help Nikola to gain more market share in the hydrogen trucks. Because when you have an infrastructure where drivers can fuel their trucks, then they are more willing to buy Nikola trucks. So this is more like a competitive advantage for Nikola. Because as you can see, the market size isn't that high compared to hydrogen trucks over 100 billion and electric trucks over 18 billion. But still, they can grow a lot in the future. So as you can see, they have huge opportunities. Nikola only has to gain more market share to deliver more trucks and attract more buyers, more consumers. Plus, as we've seen those market sizes, they also have government support, government incentives. And as you can see, Biden administration announces $750 million to support America's growing hydrogen industry. So this is just an incentive. for Nikola and other companies. You might see others in the future, which can help Nikola to grow his revenue. So that's great for shareholders. Moreover, Nikola also has some cash, about 500 million, as you can see here, and you can also look at their balance sheet and add all those numbers, and their cash is about 500 million. Of course, you also have to be aware of the debt, which is about 270 million, and their final net cash position is about 230 million. So this is good. Compared to the market cap of 800 million, Nikola has some cash. That's great. Now, this is the upside, the reward, what you can expect from this company, Nikola. So that's why the market, the analysts, expect this huge growth in the future. Nikola to achieve over 4 billion revenue by 2028 and become profitable in 2027 to deliver over 100 million in earnings. If that happens, then the stock price will go up. But of course, you also have to be aware of the risk because you don't want another decline of 94%. So let's look at the risk. And the first risk is dilution. As you can see, the number of shares has increased from 260 million to almost 800 million. So this is quite a lot. They more than double the number of shares. And when a company doubles the number of shares, investors lose a lot in value. And that's why you see this massive decline of 94%. So this is a huge risk for investors that want to invest in this company. Be aware of it because Nikola will continue to issue more shares. Do you know why? Well, because they have to invest a lot in their business. This company requires a lot of capital to invest in infrastructure, to manufacture their trucks, and sell them. And as you can see, the total revenue for 2023 was about 45 million, and only the gross loss was over 214 million. And of course, the loss from operations was over 600 million. So this is huge. Nikola spends more money than it makes. And that is bad. And as Nikola doesn't have any earnings, no profits, they will continue to burn their cash, which is about 230 million. And then they have to find new funds. And the easiest way is to issue more shares, to take money from the market. But you as an investor, you lose in value a lot if they continue to issue more shares. That's why the risk is quite high. Because of dilution, low margins, and this company may not become profitable. As I said, another risk is not becoming profitable. And of course, if they don't succeed to make any profits, then the risk is that Nikola may go bankrupt. So you have to be quite aware of this risk. Pay close attention to it and follow their margins, their profits, if they can improve the revenue, because as you can see from 2022 to 2023, the revenue has declined from almost 50 million to 45 million. And also their losses are quite high. So these are the risks. You have to be aware of them. Not focus only on the reward. To see this huge market size that they have room to grow for each product, electric trucks, hydrogen trucks, and hydrogen filling stations, plus government incentives. And you might also look at their cash position, which is about 500 million. But the risk is quite high because now they have 500 million in cash. You can also add the debt. But as you can see, the loss from operations for 2023 was over 600 million and for 2022 over 700 million. So next year, this year 2024, this money that they have on hand will be burned. They will invest in their business, in infrastructure. So don't rely on their cash. Now, once you've seen their opportunities and the risks, let's try to value this business based on the analyst estimates, what the market expects. So you take the earnings from this image and try to value this business. Let's start with the reward, the gray scenario. As I said, if, only if, Nikola becomes profitable, they deliver over 600 million in earnings by 2028, and they don't double the number of shares again, as they did in the past, it remains stable, then the market cap can go to 14 billion, or the fair value per share can be about $10. And as you can see, the stock price is now 60 cents, and the market cap about 800 million. So the upside can be more than 10x, only if Nikola becomes profitable and they don't issue more shares in the future. This may happen, but be aware there is also competition. Now, you also have to look at the normal case. Maybe the growth rate won't be that high in the future, it will be lower, then the market cap may go to 7.7 billion, or the current fair value per share may be about $5, almost $6. So still you have a huge upside, based on the analyst estimates, if Nikola becomes profitable and deliver those numbers. And the risk, you can also see that the market cap can go to almost 4 billion, 3.8 billion, or the fair value per share about $3, $2.9. So still you can more than double your money at the current level. But, as I said, be aware of the risk of this huge dilution. My prediction is that the number of shares will continue to grow. And if that happens, then this valuation will be worthless. Also the analyst estimates. Because the more shares they issue, the less you get in value. And as I said, as they burn a lot of money to fund their operations, it's likely that Nikola will need a lot of cash in the future, and they will continue to issue more shares. And the stock price won't do that great in the future. Of course, from the current level, because the market cap is quite small, about 800 million, can go up to 2 billion or something like that, especially if the revenue rebounds. It goes to 100 million or even more than that. The stock price can rebound in the short term, as it happened in recent months. An increase over 60% and then a decline of 42%. This can happen again to have another bump in the stock price. But if you want to invest for the long term, you have to be aware of the risks. Don't try to speculate or to try to catch this short squeeze. Another short squeeze. Don't try to do that. You only want to invest when you have a margin of safety, so that your risk is quite low compared to the reward. Now, if you like this business and you want to take the risk, then go ahead and invest in this company. But if you don't, then avoid it. So that's it for this video. And if you have other questions about this company or other businesses, please let me know in the comments.